But I really wanted to make this video because I've been working on a methodology that I really want to bring to everyone today. I'm going to show you how to reverse engineer a top page result block by block. This is not something I've shown on the channel before. This is something that I've used for clients recently for very, very technical articles. What I want you to do is think of this as a way to create an article about anything, any topic. A lot of people say ChatGPT can't write about X. I'm going to show you how you can write about anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this prompt here. Please look up, I'm just going to say black tie attire. Obviously, that can be something much more technical, something really difficult to write about. I'm just using black tie attire as an example. And please take a look at the top ranking pages, understand its formatting, how it's structured as an article, understand why it's ranking, its headers, its various types of formatting, and give me a detailed analysis of why this is ranking on Bing, I should say, not number 4, on Bing. Please use Bing to find the page and analyze it. Please also include as much technical and specific information that would be required to write an article about this topic. Please only use the top result as a resource and nothing else. So we'll press enter here. It will search black tie attire, it finds an article, and then it will analyze exactly why that article is on top. Now, obviously, the only issue with this is that it's Bing and not Google, but to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. So, you can see structure and formatting, content depth and detail, use of images and visual aids, technical SEO and user experience, writing an article on black tie attire, etc. So you can see it's actually used 2 different resources despite what I said. So I'm just going to say, please only use bespoke unit as a source. Then we'll hit enter here. And then while that's doing that, let's talk about the next steps. So you're going to need sitemap to clipboard for this. This works particularly well if you're on Shopify. If you're not on Shopify, there are other ways to do it. I'm not going to be going into that in this video just because I don't have I'm just on my laptop and my laptop is freezing all the time because of the heat, guys. So you're just going to have to bear with me. There are other ways to get image URLs from your website. But yeah, sitemap to clipboard. Go to your sitemap and we're going to open the collections one here. So this is the collections one. So we'll click sitemap to clipboard and we'll press start. Now, because I have so many collections, I'm going to have to cut this down because GPT-4o's model is actually not that good, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to cut this down by quite a lot so that I'm not using too many tokens. And then I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing because I don't know how Loom works either. And then we'll click on ChatGPT here and we'll say, please choose 10 collections for an article that we're going to write together. Do not start writing yet, just choose 10 collections. So we'll hit enter here after pasting and it should just choose 10 collections. Perfect. Then we'll go back to the sitemap. So sitemap.xml. And this time we'll open the product sitemap. And you want to hit sitemap to clipboard again and then process images. And then I'm going to close this sitemap before my whole laptop freezes. And then I actually have an already cut down version of this. I'm actually going to cut it down even more. Again, I don't actually know if you can see this, but it is what it is. The reason I'm doing this is because most people don't have, 5,000 products, and this won't be an issue for most people. Most people kind of have, 100 to 200 products is probably the kind of average. So, and then we're going to paste the products here. And we're going to say, now please choose 10 products from this list of products and list their title, product URL, and product image URL together for an article about black tie attire for men. Do not start writing anything yet. Do you understand? And we'll hit enter here. And it should just choose 10 products. So kit on, overshirt. Again, this won't be the best article ever just because you wouldn't wear any of these products, to be honest with you, to a black tie event. I'm just using it as an example, as a topic that is technical. You could probably wear these actually, to be fair. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what you can wear and what you can't wear to a black tie event. You cannot wear jeans, so again, this would not be a particularly good choice, but I'm just doing it as an example, okay? It's just an example. So, okay, this is now finished And now this is where the magic happens. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say, please write an introduction output for this article, output in HTML, and use a wide variety of interesting formatting. Start with an H1 title. Do not give me header or what else is there? HTML tags, because this is going on to Shopify. So hit enter here. What it should do is it should start writing elevate your style, the definitive guide to black tie events for men. It's actually writing a little bit more than I would have wanted, but that's okay. So we've got components, we've got a list here. This is actually fine. This is totally fine. And then what I really like about this method specifically is that it uses divs to put the products in a slightly nicer way. Okay, so normally what happens is they're just these really big, square, awful images. But what this actually does is it kind of breaks that up in a little bit of a better way. So I'll show you what this looks like in a second, but I think you will all agree that this is a much better way of doing things. Now, it's actually written too much here. I wouldn't have wanted it to go into this much detail already, although to be honest with you, it looks like that it's just going to write the entire article. This is not what I intended. You're supposed to block by block. So I'm actually just going to press stop here and say, please only give me the introduction and maybe a key takeaway table. Do not give me anything else yet. Okay, so now it should just do exactly that. So we'll see. Okay, nice. So yeah, like I said before, I really, really like the it uses style and border and etc. etc. When you output in HTML, it's actually a lot nicer than if you just output in Markdown. I know that I've been saying use Markdown for ages and ages, but if we just copy this and we go to let's go to W3 Schools Try It Editor, a bit of a weird one, I know. I click on the first result and then Control A, Control V, and then run. You'll see that this just looks like a really nice table. This is much nicer than what we normally get from just Markdown. So we'll say here, please give me the next H2 header with, let's say, a line of 3 images as a comparison. So I'm kind of building the article in my head at the same time here. So we can see here, probably the next logical step would be an H2 into some images. So after the H2, give me a relevant paragraph for the images, then give me the images, then give me a list under the images. So we'll hit enter here, and it should do exactly that. I probably should have said and give me nothing else because it's going on a bit of a tear tonight where it just keeps writing, but that's totally fine. I'm kind of used to that. So you can see it's flexing, it's using alignment, and then it's giving a list. Perfect. So what this does is it gives a much nicer kind of looking article. Let me just move myself a little bit over here or something. So we'll delete those 3 commas, or not commas. Delete those 3 again. You'd have to delete the HTML stuff as well, and then press run here. And look at that. Oh, it's so nice, honestly. I don't know why I never thought of this before, to be quite honest with you. It's obviously, it said modern tuxedo, velvet dinner jacket. That's totally wrong. You'd have to change that. But yeah, it's fine. That's just it's a minor thing. You have to do quite a lot of editing, to be honest, when you're doing this style of writing. Then we'll say, give me the next H2 header. Give me a let's say, give me a table with images inside. Make sure it's formatted properly, and then give me a paragraph. Okay, and then we'll hit upload, not upload, send, whatever. Oh, I've disappeared. There we go. So yeah, you can kind of see pretty quickly why I'm recommending this method. Now again, all of these items are all messed up because none of them actually make sense for a black tie tire event. You wouldn't wear any of these items. That's kind of why ChatGPT is messing up so much. But if you have the technical item, technical product with the technical article, it will work properly. Okay, it's just because it's not having a good time right now, trying to recommend black tie event clothing when there is no clothing that actually fits. So again, it's actually used the same products as well. Again, it's not a huge issue, guys. Honestly, if you have the right products for the right article, this will work a lot better. And then we'll say you're not really using my collection internal links from before. So now give me a what can we say? Like maybe not a table, a list maybe. Give me a list with some internal links inside it. My laptop's about to freeze out, guys, so I'm probably gonna have to end the video pretty soon. I can feel it now. It's literally overheating. It's so hot underneath it. It's actually crazy. So we'll just send this. Um, this isn't the best example that I've ever done in a video. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish I'd done a different example. But the core concept of building these beautiful kind of listicle articles block by block. I've been doing this for clients with super, super technically specific information, and it's been working very, very well. Now, I think everything is frozen.